I'm back. And here we go again. I'm going live tonight to talk about the Miami-Dade County condo market. And I mean, wow. When I pull all the information together for these updates, even I'm mind blown by the information. So I'm super excited to share what's going on in the Miami condo market. I'm going to keep it real short. Last night was way too long. Why didn't anybody tell me I talked too long? And I'm changing up the format a little bit so that you're not looking at my computer screen tonight. I actually printed the things I want to share with you. So hopefully tonight's better than last night. But people, I'm learning as I go. You know, never done this before, just trying to figure it out as we go. So the Miami-Dade County condo market update. Here we go. I'm starting with my favorite slide because I feel like if you're not going to watch the whole thing, I want you to watch my favorite part first. So, did you know that in Miami-Dade County, historically for, I would say, the last 15 or so years, we've sold more condos in Miami-Dade County than we've sold single-family homes. I think for our friends that aren't in Miami, that will be surprising. And maybe for some of us that live in Miami, that's surprising. We sell more condos in Miami than homes. But wait till I show you this chart because what's happened since the pandemic is crazy. Okay, here we go. Flipping the camera. All right. I put together this chart which shows us all of the sales in Miami-Dade County going back to 2017. I have condos in gray, single-family homes in yellow, and the total is blue. So look at 2017. 51% of our sales were condos, 49% were homes, and we sold 28,271 units. Okay, 2018, more of the same, 52%, 48%. About the same, a little bit more sales. 2019, 51-49, about the same number of sales. Okay, enter the pandemic. 2020 hits. And look at what happens. For the first time in like 15 years, we sold more homes in 2020 than we sold condos. But we still had about the same number of closings. And obviously, the answer to why is because people were trying to get out of their buildings. They didn't want to live in a condo during the pandemic, so more people were fleeing to homes. And then look what happens last year. Holy cow. The blue bar, all of our sales were about the same. 2021, we jump up to 42,567 sales. Comparing it to the year before, we had more than 33% more sales last year than ever before. And 61% of all of our sales in Miami-Dade County were condos. Do you see that difference? Wow. And we sold more homes last year, although it was only 39% of all of them, than we had in the past 4 years. Now, the numbers for 2022 are only to today. We've sold 27,408 condos and homes already this year, and we have 4,000 pending. So most likely we're going to end up selling more properties in 2022 than we did in all the years pre-pandemic, but there's no way we're going to catch up to last year, which we know, we're feeling that. And just like last year, way more condos were sold this year than single family homes. So I just think that's surprising. I think a lot of people consider Miami to be a home market because so many of the markets that we know are. But this just goes to show we sell a heck of a lot of condos. The other thing I want to note from this is a lot of people are saying sales have slowed down. Sales have slowed down. They have. Sales have absolutely slowed down. But when you compare it to last year, when you compare it to the years prior, sales haven't slowed down. We're going to sell more this year than we did any year pre-pandemic. It's just that we're not going to sell as many as we did last year, and that's okay. All right, moving along. I'm going to stick to condos from here on out because that's what we're talking about tonight, and I'm going to try to keep it quick. Okay, here we go. Yeah, cranes everywhere. Miami is full of luxury condos. This is my favorite chart that shows us inventory levels. So this is how many listings we have on the market for the past 15 months. And look at how we took a nosedive. Whoa, we went way down. Back in April, we saw the lowest number of units on the market at 4,400. Today, in August, we were up to 6,200. So we definitely saw a dip, and we're seeing it go back up. Dark green at the bottom is the number of sales. Kind of takes a similar trend. Our numbers went down, and then they went up, and now they're trending back down. But the red line shows pendings, and we still do have quite a number of condos pending. Okay, now this looks at only the last 15 months, but let me show you the last 3 years because now we can see what happened pre-pandemic. So look, March of 2020 is when the pandemic starts. And if I come up here, we had, 15,000 condos on the market. And look at what we have today. Just over 6,000. So we are nowhere near the levels that we were pre-pandemic. And this is one thing I want to say about this. Back in 2019, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, we have so many months of supply in condos. How are we ever going to absorb it all? You're going to see in a minute what happened. Okay, so this is the average price per square foot for all the condo sales in Miami-Dade County. Kind of been all over the place. About a year ago, we were around the same number as we are today. It jumped up as high as $580 a square foot. In August, the closings were at $431 a square foot. And again, if we look at that chart that takes us to pre-pandemic 3 years back, now we see the progression. We started pre-pandemic around $300 a square foot in Miami-Dade County. And now our condos are selling, in the mid 400s a square foot. Nice change there. This shows us the average days on market. So condos are selling pretty quickly in Miami-Dade County. The average condo is only on the market 44 days before it sells. So we've seen that number come way down. And look at the sale price to original list price. This line has stayed pretty steady. Back in May, the average condo sold for its full asking price. These days, we're getting about 97% of the asking price on condos. Now, but look at this. Okay, remember how I said pre-pandemic we had so much condo inventory? So March of 2020, this is when pandemic started. The average condo sale, these were on the market 111 days before they sold. Remember, today we're at 44 days. So it doesn't take us nearly as long to sell a condo today as it did before the pandemic. Sale price to list price has gone way up. Back here, we were down in the 80% range, and now we're up at 97% of asking price. Okay, this is what I find super interesting. This is the median sale price for a condo in Miami. Median sale price. This is 15 months of data. So a year ago, the median sale price for a condo in Miami was $330,000. This is priced in the thousands. Today it's $375,000. And if we look at it going back to pre-pandemic, look at this. Pre-pandemic, the median sale price for a condo was just around $265,000. The median price in August was $375,000. That's a 40% increase in the median sale price for a condo in Miami-Dade County in 2.5 years. Okay, lastly, this is where we see the months of inventory. So remember, a balanced market has 6 to 9 months of inventory. If we have less than 6 months of inventory, it's a seller's market. If we have more than 9 months of inventory, it's a buyer's market. So we are firmly still in, a seller's market. Back in March, we had the least months of inventory, 1.7 months of inventory. We're right now up to 4.3 months. But this is where my mind is blown. Okay. Pre-pandemic, we had as many as, well, this is when the pandemic started. We had 24 months of inventory. That's because everybody stopped buying condos. But even back in here, we were at like 11, 12, 13, 14 months of inventory. And there was so many condos on the market and so little selling. I couldn't fathom how we were ever going to get out of this mess. And today we have 4 months. All it took was a pandemic, people, and all the condo inventory in Miami disappeared. So that's my very broad general overview of what's happening with condos. I know it's a lot to digest, but I hope I gave you some information that might give you a different perspective than what you thought of the condo market in Miami. It is very strong. Condos are absolutely selling. It hasn't come to a screeching halt. Things are still moving. We still have sales. We still have more sales than we had 2 years ago. So there's no reason for anybody to panic. Just know we're kind of getting back to normal, and that's a good thing. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, you can send it to a friend. You can comment. Let me know what you thought. If you have any questions, by all means, fire away. I'll be putting it on my Instagram feed. And I thank you guys for coming to watch. Bye. Bye, Christine.